from leadsecrets.com, and today I'm so excited because we are going to be doing my favorite form of upper body sculpting, shaping, conditioning, and basically my favorite form of cardio besides hill sprints, and that is boxing. I don't ever do bicep curls, and I hardly ever do tricep extensions. I never really do those isolation movements because the boxing really gets my arms to look the way that I want them to look. In my opinion, you can't get bulky on lifting weights, but you can create slightly a little bit of an imbalanced look if you're just sitting there and doing bicep curls, really heavy bicep curls on your arm, and you're not doing enough shoulder work. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So if you got a really big, overly developed bicep and your shoulders are neglected, that's going to make your arms just not look very balanced. Boxing is a full body movement. It's a full body exercise, I should say. From the tip of your head, you have to concentrate, focus all the way down to the tips of your toes, especially your abdominals and especially your shoulders, arms, and all that stuff. This kind of workout is for anybody and everybody. If you're watching this and you have an extra 100 pounds to lose, you can box. If you're watching this and you're just rather skinny and you have a hard time gaining muscle or adding shape to your shoulder, you should box. Okay, first I want to talk about safety. Please do not wear Shocks or Reebok Easy Tone shoes. I hate those shoes anyway. I feel like those shoes are terrible. The Skechers shape ups and all that stuff. Next part, we're gonna need your wraps. The reason you need wraps is because you want to keep your wrists from getting hurt. You're gonna have a little thumb ring. You wrap it around 1 on the wrist, 2, 3, 4. Then you go up and over to the knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want it too tight or else your fingers are gonna turn purple and then you're not gonna be able to feel anything. Then you go back down and up, and then you just alternate down and up. And then on the last little bit, you just put it back around the wrist. What we're gonna start with is your stance. If you're right-handed, your left foot is gonna be forward. Let's say the heavy bag is right where you're at. Your hip and your left arm is gonna be to the bag. That's if you're right-handed. So right-handed, again, left foot forward. Keep your hands up right here the whole time, right below your eye level. You still want to see your opponent. I know you guys aren't really going to have any opponents, hopefully, but you still have to keep all these things in mind so that you keep proper form. Okay, so holding your hands up right below eye level, that's going to keep your shoulders engaged, it's going to keep your body focused, and it's going to keep everything in nice and straight. I want to start with the jab. The jab is a quick move. Again, if you're right-handed, your jab is going to be your left. Okay? So quick, out and bring it back. If your opponent's in front of you, you would just barely get him in the face and bring it back. Number 2 is the cross. Jab, cross. And notice my hip on that cross. My hip on the cross is coming at you and then going back. Jab, cross. The cross is going to have a lot of power. So let's say your opponent is in front of you and you are trying to really hurt them. Your cross is going to be the most powerful punch because your whole hip is going into it. So jab, cross. A lot of people call that 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. I'm also pivoting my back foot. Number 3 is your hook. Your hook, you're going to keep your fist with your knuckles pointed out. A lot of people debate about the hook. It may feel more comfortable for you to keep your palm facing down. It doesn't really matter as long as you're turning your hip and you keep your wrist very strong on this. You want to make sure that you keep your wrist strong on this and you're not bending your wrist back and forth. You just keep it in one straight line. And you notice my shoulder, elbow, and hand are all bam. Okay? So bam. So we got jab, cross, hook, hook. My hip is going that way. And this would be if your opponent's in front of you, you're punching their temple. The last move is the uppercut. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it one more time. You can stand up and do this with me if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason you want to know all these little punches and the techniques on this is obviously so that your form is good, and also so that you can train yourself, so that you can call out your own combos in your head, so that you can think while you're at the heavy bag, okay, jab, uppercut. You can just call random, combos, and that's how your boxing sessions are going to go. So I want you to make sure that you remember these 4 punches. From there, you can just do whatever you want with them. Okay? That said, let's go ahead and get to the heavy bag and get some heavy bag stuff going.